There we go. Let's put you in the gauntlet. Yep. Locked in, baby. Is it good? Cut the top of my head off or no? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Okay, what's up, you guys? Today we're going to be doing a PWR bout. Now, this is obviously a slightly different rule set from AMMA, but the concept is similar. This is another Buhurt pro fight organization based out of Poland. So they're going to be operating a similar fighting style to what you've seen so far. These are going to be one-on-one combat with MMA style rules, ground fighting to a limited degree. I unfortunately can't read Polish. I should get one of my homies to transcribe this for me, because I'm probably looking at the rule screen right now. But I know that these fights are known to sometimes be 3-minute rounds as opposed to 2 minutes. And I have done both. And I'll tell you right now that extra minute, it adds a lot of stress and strain to it, man. So it might not sound like too big of a difference, 3 2-minute rounds versus 3 3-minute rounds, but it absolutely is. So let's see if that affects our fighters here today. Again, this takes place in PWR over in Poland. I'm not sure where this particular bout was, but this is from Powers Broadcast 3. This is one of their free fights on their YouTube channel. And this is Andrzej Studencki versus Simone Ilario Bernardeschi. I bet I butchered those. But if I got close, then I'm happy. We'll call them Andrzej and Simone. So the reason I wanted to do this fight in particular, he is coming to the USA for the second pro fight at AMMA to do battle against Taylor Jones. They are going to be fighting for the light heavyweight crown on November 16th. And so we wanted to look back. This fight is from about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, and see what we can analyze in Andrzej's performance here and compare to the fight that we've just watched, or one of the fights that we've just seen from Taylor Jones. Here we go. Round one. Andrzej goes for that low shot. Nice shield jab. Simone's very aggressive. Comes in with a heavy right-handed shield punch. And we have a lefty versus righty fight going on here. Simone, Italian fighter, I believe. Fast falchion chops, and then a nice shield hand over the top. Andrzej really keeps that shield low, and then he kind of reaches for that headlock just like there. Straight kick, feint, and circling from Simone. Good falchion punch combo from Simone. I would have liked to see him reset a little faster, do something else after, but he's got a good chop punch over the top. When you've got mirrored shields on either side, sometimes that punch can be less effective because there's just such a big barrier between you and your targets. But Simone's dropping it over the top because Andrzej keeps it so low. Trading falchion shots. Andrzej is losing those falchion exchanges because he's going second, giving Simone the chance to land. See, chop punch, and then Andrzej gets one chop in, and then one chop again to the chop punch from Simone. Yeah, Simone, he's got that combo that is basically eating Andrzej up in this first round. Now, Andrzej also might be trying to save some of his energy for the later rounds. Maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe he knows Simone's got a weaker cardio stat than him. He's got less in the tank. Big deep breath from Simone there. Readjusts his falchion. He probably feels like he's up in this round and doesn't need to aggress super heavily. Andrzej hits a good combo, and then a good shield jab to keep Simone out. Goes for a low leg kick, kind of like Emil Guz does to the ankle. They end up in a bind. Andrzej has the headlock. I like where he's started. I want to see what he does to finish it. He's going for just low leg shots. Oh, he gets reversed. Beautiful takedown there from Simone. Stands up, is able to put his frame across the face, gets a cross face on Andrzej, and armor failure. Okay, I see. I was wondering what happened. Andrzej's VAM brace fell off, it looks like. Beautiful takedown from Simone. That's one of those things I want to see from more fighters. I love that takedown right there. Someone starts to go for like a deep headlock on you, but they keep their back to you. If they don't adjust to the front headlock and they don't throw, they don't go for uchimata, they don't do any sort of offensive maneuver, and they end up just hanging out with their arm over your head, kind of like I think a schoolyard bully kind of headlock, then you have a very easy takedown where you can grab the body, wrap up here, and pull back, and you use your head like part of a lever to drive them backwards. After that little armor failure, they both got a breather, but they both don't want to engage. Good low kick there. Low kicks behind the thigh will actually hurt you in armor. I want to see more feinting like that from both fighters. Simone throwing some feints at distance. Nice low leg shot and then a shield jab from Andrzej. Again, Simone the aggressor this entire round pretty much. The only times he's really stopping and taking a breather is when he feels that he's ahead, it looks like. He's really relaxing right now, trying to breathe, letting himself get backed up against the cage. If you see someone start backing themselves up against the cage, then you should aggress. Tries to punch in, gets the underhook. Not a bad round. Not a bad round. I think that was 3 minutes. Now they're both going to have a little bit of recovery time. I imagine it's going to be at least 1 minute. Really close first round in some senses on the feet, striking-wise. Simone was definitely the aggressor, coming in, landing that huge right-hand shield punch over the top several times. It felt like Andrzej couldn't quite time his defense for that most of the round. So Andrzej was having success when he attacked first, like with his falchions and his long kicks. And he was trying to bait that headlock throw. So at some point in this fight, I almost guarantee he wants to bait that headlock throw and toss Simone. They were both starting to get a little tired towards the end of that first round. Simone was getting a bit, I would say, hesitant to advance. So there you go. That's their 1 minute break. Round two. Both fighters are already breathing a little heavily. You can kind of see it. Let's fight. Let's see who wants it. Good honor. Touch tips. And then circle out a little bit. Picks for that shot down the middle. Andrzej goes for the low kick into the shield jab combination. It looks like it's hot out. Everybody's got fans and hats blowing themselves. So fanning themselves, I mean. So it's probably a little warm out. Nice little two jab combination from Andrzej, followed by the falchion. And then a third. Simone's just so tired. Look at him. He's just walking right into all these shots. Walks into a kick. Walks into the big shield jab. 2 leg shots. See, and this is what I was anticipating based on Andrzej's performance round 1. He goes for that headlock. Kind of lets Simone walk himself into it. Simone sort of tried to go for the underhook tilt there, but he was just a little too tired. Bird flies by the camera. Oh my God. Ooh, nice hard falchion shot. You saw it really ring the helmet there from Andrzej. Simone there, posted up, waiting. He must have spent a lot of his explosive energy in round 1. He's trying to sit there and maybe time a shot perfectly, but you've got to go out there and make something happen. Especially if you're just trying to take this round off, you need to at least make the other guy expend some energy. You need to be throwing just feints, you know, because right there, boom, he eats another full combo and he doesn't give anything back for it until the very end. He lands 1 good shield punch. Andrzej gets that inside clinch again. Now he finally goes for a throw. Simone tries to counter by stepping in front with the body lock. He's got a little bit of a seatbelt grip across the back of Andrzej. They get separated from hooking the list, I believe. I think Andrzej let his arm hook the list, and you're not allowed to do that maybe. Simone's pressuring him in, but his head is still in a really dangerous position. Yeah, for getting taken backwards or tilted forwards, just like Andrzej is trying to slowly do right now. He's just putting his weight on him, leaning, throwing sword shots, low ones. I would love to see him switch to a front headlock, just turn and get chest to chest, because there, Simone pops out. If Simone wasn't so tired, he'd be able to counter off of that. Both fighters breathing heavily. Andrzej takes a wing and falchion shot after a little bit of a shield punch exchange. Andrzej decides, okay, I'm going to take the fight to you if you're going to try and breathe over there. Shield jab to the body, block, low leg shot. Simone trying to walk in, suppress the hands, can't quite get himself inside, eats 2 good punches to the face, tries to counter with his own left hand punch. Not bad, but definitely not ideal. Eating a lot of shots to walk in and just land your own single one is not the best. Okay feints there from Andrzej, but they exchange falchion strikes. If you're going to feint and then walk right into a shot, it's like, why'd you feint anyways, right? Now, you can't always anticipate that. That's like, maybe that's kind of a negative thing to say. But Andrzej was throwing a little bit of feints and fakes, and then he stopped feinting and faking and threw a shot right as Simone threw a shot. So here we can kind of see the strategy playing out. It looked like Andrzej basically sacked that first round, decided, I'm going to eat some shots here. I'm going to have minimal footwork, but that's going to pay off in the second round because I'm going to be fresher. I'm going to have the ability to clinch. I'm going to throw more shield jabs. I'm going to throw harder falchion shots. And so far, that strategy is paying off. Again, I'm not 100% sure of the rule sets, but I definitely go round 1 Simone, round 2 Andrzej. Good low kick to falchion combo. I'd like to see him take that falchion shot to the body or the leg after the leg shot too. Good little trade there from both fighters. Still really tired. You can tell Simone's just barely able to wing those single shots out. Really needs to get that shield punch working again. That was his most effective weapon. But he's so tired. Yeah, now he's loading his shield punch up from the hip, coming from down low. Andrzej just sliding his jab out there. He's got a little bit longer reach. Maybe it's made even because of the longer shield by the Italian fighter, but Andrzej's picking those shield jabs a little bit. Good sword exchange there from both fighters. Good overhand left from Andrzej. Cracks him with it. And then backs up, picks up the sword shot easily with the block. Good low leg kick. Good right hand over the top afterwards. A little bit slow. Lands a low shot, and then Simone finally gets his shield punch back in. When they're uptight, Simone's shield is so long that he has trouble resetting it. Good weapon hand punch. Another bird in front of the camera. Oh my gosh, their birds are going crazy right now. Jesus. Watch out, birds. Holy crap. Andrzej's stalking him. Not quite wanting to engage, but not letting him think that he can just relax. Punch falchion exchange. Nice falchion chop from Simone. More of those, more of those. Throw the punch and then chop. Chop and then throw the punch. Doesn't have to be a long combo, but you probably want more than one thing. Here we go. Super close. Nice chop punch combo. Yeah, Simone even says that was a good one. Andrzej's tired too. Look at these fighters. Into the round. Don't fish for shots, just trade. Like, don't try and anticipate a block with your hand out here chasing it. If you didn't block it, trade. Both fighters, again, tired. Super heavy shot from Andrzej. Loads up. Big punch down the middle. Slips a little bit. Punch to the chest. Simone, again, just eating these. Just throw a punch. Even if it's not hard, just throw your own punch back. Even if it's not hard, just throw your punch back. Andrzej's so tired, just barely misses that one too. Good falchion chop from Simone. Just standing there, kind of on the edge of range. Not letting himself give up, but also not pushing as much as he needs to really win this fight. Walks into a clinch again. They're both tied up, arms in frame. Really loose underhook from Simone. Also, his elbow cop is flailing. There's a little bit of an armor failure. We'll see if they actually stop the fight for it or if they're just going to let it go. The ref, the marshal, definitely saw it and he considered stopping it, but he's not because it looks like he thinks that it's not quite in danger. Yeah, he just let it go because he knew that the time was about to end. Great fight overall. I mean, again, 3-minute rounds are tough, okay? 3-minute rounds are no joke, in armor especially, dude. And it looks like, based off of the people outside, it looks like this is a hot day. It looks like the sun's out. You know, birds are flying at the camera, literally. And we see people fanning themselves. Like, this looked like it was a warm one. Marshall immediately goes over and gets himself a big drink. I'm going to follow suit. And man, that was a fun fight to watch. I think Andrzej won tactically, ultimately. If he had metered his energy differently and he had burnt himself out in round one, then he also might have just been too tired and too hesitant to engage. Ultimately, Simone, he did well, really, really well. But you could tell the fatigue had just beaten him by the end of round two. Round two, he barely got to the end, kind of scraping by. Round three, he was all but spent. He had very few combos left in the gas tank. He didn't even have that many just normal shield punches. He was walking straight in, eating shots, walking straight in, eating shots. Good job on him, though, to keep coming forward, not ever giving up. Like, that is the most important thing in any fight, in any matchup, is that you do not quit. I don't ever want to see anyone quit. You don't give the win away. You make your opponent beat you. And Simone definitely did that. Good decision to go to Andrzej. Great fight from both guys. And again, let's go back real quick to round one. And I just want to review a little bit of round one. Just after the rule meeting, beginning of round one, here we go. These like super long punch combinations that Simone's throwing. Look how much he's like resetting. He's like, I take 3 steps back, run in and kick, take 3 steps back, run in and kick. Like, dude, just go in. And then when you're in, fight on the inside. Throw punches with the weapon hand. Work some more knees. Go for those clinches if you feel like you can dominate the grapple. A lot of the times he ends up punching in. Andrzej starts to go for the head control, and Simone kind of like fights his way out of it. But here in this first round where the energy wasn't as much of a factor for Simone, it looked like he had a bit of a grappling advantage. Andrzej kept looking for this one headlock. It's like he's like fishing for it the way he throws his jab out there. He wants you to walk in. He wants you to walk into that headlock, which is good on his part in some sense, you know. You want to have a real easy grappling option that you're used to, you're comfortable with, you're ready to just go. Nice falchion shots from Andrzej, but he walks right into a huge punch there. I want to see more of these falchion shots from him, like go low too, because a bunch of the time he's just swinging into the weapon. Good weapon hand punch there from Simone, but once again, look what he does. He backs out. He's like, I'm fucking 6 feet away, and then coming in. I'm 6 feet away, and then he's coming in. He's not standing, hitting, shifting to the side, like maintaining a threat. He's boom, 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 landing, and then boom, escaping. Like, I'm going in, and I'm going out. Now, here's the moment we really want to look at. Good body shot from Andrzej there. I would have liked to see him circle out after that instead of letting himself get his back pressed here. Even though he ends up with this headlock, look what Simone's able to do. He gets a deep underhook, grabs the hip on the front side, pulls the leg out, and then tilts him backwards using his head as part of the lever. And then again, we talked about this in the Taylor Jones fight, actually. If Simone was a better wrestler, if he was better at body surfing, when he landed and scrambled on top, he should have been able to keep Andrzej pinned in that little corner of this ring they've got, this octagon that they've built. I would have liked to see him get a little bit more of his body weight and his pressure on him there. And we're talking about this while they fix the Van brace on Andrzej. Simone, at that point, could have took a second or two to breathe, took a second to rest. He could have made Andrzej just carry his weight. I'm not sure how long they would have gone for before they stood them up. But I think PWR has a limited amount of fighting on the ground, so you could have had that time to get easy shots and chill. And then here towards the end, we kind of see the beginning of the rest of the fight. Simone a little bit too tired to land as powerful, explosive combos as he was, and Andrzej walking him down with some nice combinations and long shield punches. That's the big thing that I've noticed in this fight. Both guys are pretty long range fighters. They are snipers in a sense where they're throwing combos, but they're looking for these like right at the end of their reach, long punches, long jabs, long falchion shots. Every now and then we see a weapon hand punch from these guys. I don't know if I've seen one knee from either of them, and that's the end of the first round. If we were to go through the second and third round, what we see a lot more of is the same Andrzej getting those circling kind of baiting motions going around the ring, and Simone walking into it. In a sense, you don't have the energy anymore to just explode into your attacks and combos, so you end up trying to kind of set those combos up, but Andrzej isn't stationary anymore. In the first round, he kind of stood there. Maybe he wasn't ready. He wasn't anticipating. He didn't know how to defend them yet. But in the first round, he ate a lot of combos right to the face. Boom, to the body. Matter of fact, most of the shield punches that Simone landed were because Andrzej kind of was like standing there, kind of waiting, and then boom, eats the cracking right hand over the top. So once he made his adjustment, Simone was too spent. He'd spent so much energy that first round, it looked like that he was done. These 3 minutes are no joke. 3-minute rounds are no joke. You got to take it seriously. You got to pace yourself, but you also got to understand your gas tank. And to me, this was an example of Andrzej understanding his cardio more and better than Simone understood his own. Theoretically, Simone could have metered out his aggression across those 3 rounds and had a lot more success, okay? You maybe have you think of it this way. You have 3 rounds. Simone had enough energy for 20 explosive combos, right? And so 15 of those were in round 1. So 15 explosive combos in round 1, he won round 1. Now you have your 5 explosive combos left to spend across the next 2 rounds. So Andrzej may have not had 20 explosive combos. You know what I mean? Maybe he only had 12, but he took those 12 and he put 4 in each round, or he put 2 in the first round and he put 5 in the next ones, right? And I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but you could think of it like that. Your energy is literally a resource that you're managing. Okay. So a lot of cardio is mental, but that mentality will help you plan too. It will help you understand how you can push and how you need to push to get your opponent to burn energy to match him up with you so you can even it out and you're both tired, or you need to know how to keep him constantly working at a rate that doesn't wear you out, which can be movement, feints, footwork, long shots that aren't even intended to land, just make him hesitate, move in and out, side to side. If you're constantly doing what I would say Simone did in the beginning, where you're running in with a combo and then running back out, you're running in with the combo and you're running back out, like you're not capitalizing every time that you land with dominant positions or with mass volumes of strikes, then ultimately you're going to get yourself to this point where maybe you won all of those exchanges. But if you win a bunch of exchanges and reset every exchange back to a neutral position, in the end, you've given him a neutral starting ground again. You've given your opponent a place to work back from that is a lot easier than your shield in their face or your hands inside or you pressing them and then angling after landing a blow. A little bit of a tangent here at the end, but this concept is really important because if you are not capitalizing on your advantages, then most likely you're giving your opponent something for free. You're playing a suboptimal game, man. Even if you're winning, you might be giving up some unforced errors here. Just something to think about. Awesome fight though overall. I'm excited to see how the 5 2-minute rounds plays into this. The cardio battle is going to be insane. Can Andrzej beat Taylor? Can Taylor outlast? Who's going to fucking come home with the crown, man? So much love, y'all. See you soon.